When you looked in the mirror this morning, did you know who you were looking at? Did you know what this person wanted out of life? And did you know if this person was willing to work hard enough to achieve those things? This video is about finding your identity. Many of us, young men, young women alike, have had trouble finding their true purpose and their true identity in today's society. Because of social media, because of comparison, because of instant gratification, we don't know exactly what we want out of life, and we've become paralyzed in the sense that we are comparing ourselves and our lives so much to the lives of others that we begin to feel negative, that we begin to feel unworthy of success. Well, this video is going to change your mind. The first thing in this identity crisis that we need to do is ask ourselves, are we willing to work towards what we want? You see, it's one thing to say that you want to retire your parents, you want a better career, you want a better lifestyle, but it's another thing to actually work towards it. Are you willing to give up your doom scrolling, your instant gratification for longer term success? And for many people, that is an impossible task. For many people, it's much easier to accept their fate, to sit back, relax, and to just keep on living the life until they pass. You that clicked on this video want to know what your purpose is. And the first starting point for that is changing your work ethic, improving your work ethic. Working regardless of how you feel. Some days you're going to get up and you're going to feel lonely, depressed, not willing to work, but you do it in any way because that needs to be done. Irrespective of your feelings, of your mental state and what other people say around you, work still needs to be done. Nobody is going to come towards you and give you your success on a silver platter. Today, you need to be willing to not only look past what other people think of you, but you need to be willing to sacrifice, even though it may be extremely hard. If you've established that you want change in your life bad enough, the second step is to determine where exactly do you plan on heading. What exactly are your short-term, your medium-term, and your long-term goals, and how do you plan on achieving them? I've talked about this in numerous videos. Many people don't lack the work ethic or lack the motivation. They just lack clear direction. If you lack clear direction, how do you know exactly where you're going? If I, for example, know that I want to make a success out of content creation or YouTube, am I willing to plan my content every day? Am I willing to set up a content schedule every single day? Am I willing to stick to that content schedule? Because it's one thing to have that schedule in place, but do I follow it? It's the same with everything in life. You know where you want to end up, but are you willing to follow the exact steps to get there? And for most people, that is a no. For most people, they stray from the path and they end up giving up. So make sure that if you plan, if you have a blueprint, you follow that blueprint to the T, because that is the only way, the only stepwise process that is going to get you to where you want to be. The third thing that we need to realize in this identity crisis is that people are always going to have an opinion about you. Whether you are nice, whether you're more of a colder person, whether you try to make everyone around you happy, people are still going to talk bad about you regardless. So why worry about the opinions of others when you know for a fact that you need to do what you need to do in order to achieve success? Are you living for other people, or are you living to make a success out of your life? That is a fundamental question that most people struggle with. Most people are not willing to follow the road less traveled. When you have this mindset of constantly working towards becoming better, you lose a lot of friends, and you need to be willing to accept the fact that most of the people you know right now will not agree with you. Most of the people right now will criticize your lifestyle, will criticize your work ethic, and will try to drag you from your path. You don't need those people in your life. What you need are people who are like-minded, who have equal amounts of discipline, and who have equal amounts of work ethic as you. If you can build a circle like that, that will give you so much more of an advantage. Sometimes we have to do it alone, but it's always better to have a circle of like-minded people who support you in your journey. Not only will these people call you out on your BS, but they will give you a better idea of who you are as a person through your interactions, through your reactions, and through what they observe in terms of how bad you want to achieve your goals. I know it may seem hopeless right now, and I know right now you may be struggling to find out who you are as a person. You may struggle to find out where exactly you want to end up in life. I am a firm believer that the thoughts and the actions that you put out into the universe will come back to you tenfold. Do your best every single day. Be a genuine person, but don't take someone's BS. Don't allow people to trample over you. Don't allow people to misuse your kindness or take your kindness for weakness. But be a good person. Put out positive things and constructive things. Put them out to people and help people, and that help will come back to you tenfold. Are you willing to sacrifice? Because if you're not willing to give up short-term pleasures for long-term success, this was the wrong video for you.